It's the NFL on EA Sports. And this one features the Steamers burner at wide receiver. No shortage of work for him, sitting second in the league in catches. It's the Steamers and the Shamrocks on Thursday night.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, the stage is set for our final Thursday night game of the year between the Dublin Shamrocks and the Memphis Steamers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
Taking in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Incomplete. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw.
And that is incomplete. And the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on 3rd down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year. but it's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago: 17 carries, 102 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
2nd and 3. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 12 yards there and a first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in week 4, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
They go play action here on first down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. He put a score in here. Long way to go, but you're right. That's a heck of a...
And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming.
Play is under review.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
Second and 15. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
That's going to be a good matchup for him. Using him out of the backfield and telling those linebackers, hey, you're not only going to have to try and run with him, but you're going to have to try and tackle him in the open field.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 25 yards that time.
Boy, this is a well-orchestrated drive they've put together. You think back to how far they were backed up to start things out, but they've gone on a march since then, and now after that completion there, they've got a 1st and goal.
So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got it. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there.
His 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steamers put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. So both sides of the football contributing here early. Their defense forces the punt, and then the offense takes it down the field and punches it in on the short touchdown run.
And, Brandon, that's good complementary football, and that's what they're going to need if they want to get out of here victorious.
Extra point attempt to follow here. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive.
And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Back to throw. He's got him in, complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They're going to look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. So they bring out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot, but nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs. So a good start, but a long way to go.
And you know, a blunt veteran inside their locker room has stood up at one point or another and said, you know all this means nothing so far. We've got to cover this, get it done. What do we want to be? It's like winning a title in August, right, in preseason. Doesn't count. Let's go ahead and get this thing done.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he will find his man on the outside. Second and 5. His throw incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Dublin with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Back to throw here. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47.
Looking to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now back to throw. Steps away to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. He'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll look to throw again.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later. Hey, it's game day again, but I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Well, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
Well, he's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And on now is the punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Dublin's offense now set to take over. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too. And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Back to throw now on first down. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
How about that? The defense's first sack. It doesn't come from one of the usual suspects up front. It comes from the secondary.
Yeah, I think they caught the quarterback off guard a little bit because he wasn't able to account for the possibility of that blitz and change the blocking assignment. He comes through and puts him on the ground.
They bring their punter out there now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. 2nd and 9 now. And a quick throw here that's complete. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards and a Dublin first down.
They'll set up to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
They'll set up a throw. That is incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 3. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. 2 minutes on the clock. 2nd quarter. 7-0 ball game. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. They'll drop to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Shamrocks are an extra point away from evening this one up.
And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field as we eke closer and closer to intermission. Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
2nd and 4. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. And that is incomplete. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. He'll drop to throw. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And it's caught. Touchdown. A big play there. 44 yards.
And the Steamers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. An extra point forthcoming. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So this drive spans 7 plays. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. This offense back to work now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3, and take some momentum into the locker room.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking left side, and it's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. He'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
He'll get it inside the 20.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Back to throw again. And he'll just get rid of it. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
Oh, he's going to be brought down there in the field of play, and the clock will run. No timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit.
All right, Brandon, we're into the final 3 weeks of the NFL season. A lot of races going to be coming right down to the wire. Before we get it back to you.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And this offense set to go now to begin the 3rd quarter.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Here's a 2nd and 7. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. Yeah, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They're going to look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
On play action, they'll throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. So he'll be stopped here for no gain, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. And this one is right through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, You see a lot of guys sag, and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 is this new.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Someone moved, flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. The throw on the quick slant going to be complete.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they deliver there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. 2nd and 2. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Shamrocks have taken the lead here this 3rd quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 17-14. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
Taken in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. So the offense back out now, coming off its 1st interception of the game the last time out, trying to reestablish some momentum here, Charles. But they're trailing defensively. Maybe these guys smelling the blood in the water a little bit.
Yeah, I think that they probably are, but what they need to do right now is just make sure they don't force the action too much themselves. They've got them on the run a little bit. You just want to be in a position where if they make another mistake, you're there to capitalize on it and take it away from them.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Now back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return.
Dublin's offense now set to take over. Well, the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Back to throw here. Eluding the pressure. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Memphis, Tennessee. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
63 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, last drive they went 3 and out.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
The pass on 3rd down.
Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
You have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though...
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Takes it at the 7.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they have to try and move past that pick six because now they're dealing with a fourth-quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw here. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Taken down at the 47-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll set up to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
They'll set up a throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game. And now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. 2nd and 9 now. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 2nd and 5. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. From back at the 4, here's second and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. No gain on the play, and what to do now on fourth and goal. He'll drop to throw, and this is caught, and that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So that one a long 11-play drive. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The situation for him offensively as follows. Down on the scoreboard, a little over a minute to go. And they're in danger of a third straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Finding room at midfield.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back to throw now on 1st down. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. They'll look to throw again. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the home team here, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.